situation. Wojo is only shooting 53% from the foul line.
Bill Wallace brings it out to Jennings, and 3 guys come out, and there's Wojo high.
They tried to.
Yeah, Kenny Brown tried to foul him.
You don't want
successful.
You don't want to foul number 4. You want to foul number 5.
They've got a man loose under the basket, and when you've got Benford that wide open, it's just academic, isn't it?
Good pass by Bubba Jennings, too. He always knows where his teammates are.
Kenny Brown.
Beautiful.
He hit that from the 3-point circle, but he only gets 2 for it. 49 seconds left as the Red Raiders are moving on. Phil Wallace starts for the basket. He is fouled by Burton. The clock is stopped. 42 seconds remaining. Well, there's not much choice today. You know, you don't want to foul Jennings, but you don't want to foul Wallace either with what he has done on the free throw line, and he's back in his favorite spot for a 1-and-1. He's got 20 points, 14 on the free throw line. 15. 71-61. The Red Raiders will play the winner of the Arkansas-SMU game, which will follow. That'll be in the championship game tomorrow, and you'll see that one on television as we'll be with you from Reunion Arena.
There's a good shot of Phil Wallace, and he has really played well for the Red Raiders towards the latter part of this season, becoming a starter for him and really taking it upon his shoulders to be a leader on the team.
Bill Wallace's career high was 14 points, so he's established a new mark. Winston Crite up over the top, and Crite with 24 points. And a timeout is called for the Aggies of Texas A&M with 29 seconds remaining. It's the Red Raiders 72 and the Aggies 63.
It looks like Texas Tech's going to win this game. Texas Tech's won 10 games in a row in 1929 and 1930. They won 12 straight, so they're in a situation right now where they're really on a roll, playing well. Let's go into the huddle and see if we can hear what Shelby Metcalf has to say.
Okay, look, this is Gordon Woods, the Husky, so everybody else will be part of their man, right? And then one guy's playing freelance because his man's throwing it in, all right? Now, a bunch of Husky catches and it's fouling. Not intentional, but just fouling. No timeout. No more timeouts.
I'll tell you, somebody in that Aggie huddle knows how to pronounce Wichahusky.
It was kind of funny to hear Shelby Metcalf. They said, we want to go out there. The assistant coach said, we want to go out there and foul Wachahiski or whatever his name is, Wojo.
He's got it. You don't have it.
I don't have it. And Shelby Metcalf looked at his players and said, he's the big one.
Attaboy, Shelby. Love you. 29 seconds remaining, and the Red Raiders lead at 72-63. Big ball game to follow. SMU and Arkansas meeting for the 3rd time this year. Arkansas won at Fayetteville. SMU won here in Dallas. And that was an OT.
Yes, it was.
29 seconds to go. Jennings handles the inbound. Ray Lewis and Todd Holloway putting a chase on Bubba Jennings. We're down to 20 seconds remaining, and timeout is called by the Red Raiders. So Phil Wallace, on instructions from Gary from the bench over there, as Gerald Myers is now going to bring on a whole new team. And I hope I've got them all.
Let's see if big number 5 is going to stay in the game. Wojo, I think, is going to be staying in the game with 4 new players coming in. Gerald Myers, all players, patting players on the back. They've really had an outstanding season. They've done exactly what they've set out to do. They kind of came from nowhere. Everybody thought SMU was going to win the conference title going away, the way the Mustangs came out of the chutes. But Texas Tech has really done an outstanding job, just kind of hanging in there. They've won some big ball games. Last year they had a tough time winning some games. But this year, SMU, they beat the Ponies twice. Texas Tech beat Arkansas twice. They beat Baylor twice. They beat Rice twice. They've really had an outstanding season. And Wojo is not going to be in the ball game. They're bringing 5 brand new players in.
Well, let's see if we can pick them all out. Greg Crow, number 31, is in there. Let's see, do we have Ed Robinson? We do. Ed Robinson is in.
Looks like we got the Nelson brothers in there. Mike and Charles.
Yep. 17 seconds left to play, and another foul is called, and this one is on Fred Burton. That'll be his 3rd for the Aggies. And Charles Nelson will go to the free throw line. So there are the guys who built the lead, 72-63. They'll be advancing to the championship game tomorrow.
Boy, you gotta like to see that. Players who really, really work hard together and hug each other, and boy, they live and die together. Basketball players working hard together in practice and during games. It's great to see it happen.
Free throw, missed the basket, out of bounds on the side to Texas A&M. 16 seconds left to play, 72-63. The Aggies may have about one more. Burton takes it up there and misses. Winston Cright on the rebound. Fall away, and it's off the rim, and they go battling for it again. Taken out of there by the Red Raiders, and no time is left. She is all over. And the Texas Red Raiders, who won the Southwest Conference regular season championship, are now heading for the championship round of the Southwest Conference tournament, winning this game by a score of 72-63. So Gerald Myers, the coach of the year in the Southwest Conference, and Bubba Jennings as player of the year, lead the Red Raiders into the title game tomorrow afternoon against the winner of the game to follow, which will be Arkansas and Southern Methodist. Shelby Metcalf down to the other end of the floor to congratulate the victors as A&M season is over, and the Aggies had a very commendable season. They won 19 and lost 10 overall. They were 10-6 in conference play and wound up at a 3-way tie for second place in the regular season of the Southwest Conference. The winner today, the Texas Tech Red Raiders 72 and Texas A&M 63. Let's go to Ron Thulin.
Thank you very much, Merle. As you mentioned, A&M finishes their season at 19-10. Now the question is, will they receive an at-large berth into the NCAA tournament? They will have to wait tomorrow till about 4:30 Dallas time to see if they are extended that at-large bid into the NCAA postseason tournament. If they do not, you'd have to think that they will get a bid into the NIT tournament. For those of you at A&M and in College Station watching, not to worry, you have all 5 players returning next year. So you should have quite a team. Texas Tech will be going to their second final since 1976, where they beat Texas A&M by 2 points. Let's take a look at the pairings now. Texas Tech already in the finals, their first since 1976. They will play the winner of Arkansas, SMU, and that is coming up, and you can probably hear the fans going nuts. Now let's go over to Gifford Nielsen, who's standing there with Gerald Myers, the Southwest Conference Coach of the Year. Giff.
Gerald, what a game, and you got a great tribute from your fans. You walked across the court, and they all held up number 1, and you held up number 1.
Well, that was pistols.
Oh, pistols, excuse me.
That's our signal. Everybody's got their own thing. That's our deal. That's pistols. But we've got a good group of fans, a big fan following down here, the best we've ever had, and they've been real instrumental in some of our last games at home, particularly against A&M when we came from behind. But our guys played well today. They're in good frame of mind. Mentally, they're ready to play.
Isn't it great to have a guy like Bubba Jennings? You can just turn the game over to him. He came out of the chutes smoking like a pistol.
Well, it is. But it's also great to have some guys on the team who will pass him the ball and are not jealous of him. You see that so many times in college basketball. These other guys will give him the ball. They don't care. Then when he's covered, they take up the slack. I'm just proud of the other guys for their unselfishness as for Bubba's great year he's having.
Coach, you've had some great teams in the past. How does this team rank with some of your other teams?
Well, just all around and smartness, they rank with the best. Phil Wallace is just a really smart basketball player. And all of these guys are seniors. We've never had an all-senior lineup. And I think they're playing about as smart as any team we've ever had.
Well, congratulations. Another great game.
Well, thank you.
Let's go to our host, Ron Thulin, with Bubba Jennings.
Thank you very much, Giff. Of course, Bubba Jennings, an all-conference guard. And Bubba, you don't know this, but the broadcasters and writers that cover the Southwest Conference have named you the Southwest Conference Player of the Year. You definitely earned it this afternoon.
Well, I don't know if I deserve that or not. There's a lot of great players in our conference, and
I'm really happy to get the award, but I don't know if I deserve it or not.
Well, this is probably a token question because everybody asks, you're probably happy to be in the finals, but who would you rather play? Would you rather play SMU or would you rather play Arkansas? Don't give me your token answer. We're just glad to be there.
Well, since Arkansas has the big fans here and everything, I guess we'd rather play SMU, but it doesn't matter who we play. It's really going to be a tough game for us.
How tough will it be? Because now you have to sit and wait. You've got a longer of the rest. Is that a good or is that a bad? Positive or negative to have this extra amount of time to sit around?
I think it's better so we can get our legs back under us. We played yesterday and played again today, and we might be a little tired, so we need to get back to the hotel and rest up and be ready for the game.
Are you going to stick around, though, and watch the game?
I think we'll probably stick around and watch a little bit of it.
Bubba Jennings, thank you, and thank you for being 5'10". It's the first guy I've interviewed my size. Let's go now to Merle Harmon and Phil Wallace.
All right, Ron, thank you very much. And Phil Wallace, you had an outstanding ball game. You ever realize how many free throws you hit today?
No, I really haven't. I know I hit a couple important free throws down the stretch.
Well, let me tell you how many you hit. You hit 14 out of 16.
Wow, a lot of free throws. I've been working real hard on my free throws in practice, and just fortunately enough tonight, it was going in.
Phil, you battled your way into the starting lineup this year for Tech, and you were the sixth man earlier. Okay, what about this Tech ball club and the experience that you've been able to develop?
Well, I can't say much, so much about our team concept. I think that's carried us a long way. We don't have that much talent. I'm not downplaying our team. We just play real well together. Everybody know their roles, so nobody try to play outside their roles.
Okay, which team do you want tomorrow in the championship game?
Well, it doesn't really matter. Whoever we play is going to be a tough battle, so we just going to have to.
Okay, Phil, thanks very much. Congratulations. And you've been named our player of the game, by the way. All right, Phil Wallace is our player of the game with 22 points. Curtis Mathis will contribute a 19-inch full-color television set to Texas Tech in the name of Phil Wallace. At the end of the season, he'll receive a plaque from Curtis Mathis recognizing this honor. Now let's go to Gift with Vince Taylor.
It's another great game for you guys. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. Win.
We came out, we started off real fast. We got a quick lead, and we came out back after half, and they sort of cut into our lead, and, we started having to fight real hard again.
One of the great things you guys do is you play great defense, and it all centers around you. You got great leaping ability. You can really play defense.
No, we just go out and we work on defense real hard, and we try to play real intense on defense, and it seems to work for us.
Okay, you won a state high school championship, okay? What would a college championship, a Southwest Conference championship do for you?
Oh, that was awesome. I mean, that would be just great.
All righty, let's go back to Ron Thulin, our host.
Thank you very much, Given. I'm sure you can hear wherever you are right now. It is beginning to get a little crazy as Texas Tech wins the first one 72-63. We've got Arkansas SMU coming up, and we will have that coming up right after this 2-minute timeout.
We just found out that Booby here drinks the same beer as me, Corky, Sparky, Buck, and Boom Boom. Light beer from Miller. Now, Booby, Buck, and Boom Boom like light because it's got a third less calories than the regular beer and it's less filling, while Corky and Sparky drink it for the great taste. So Boom Boom, Buck, and Booby don't necessarily drink it for the same reason as Sparky and Corky. They all agree that light's the best beer to buy. Isn't that right, Booby?
You bet, Boom Boom.
Right, Buck? You got it, Corky.
What about that, Sparky? You said it, Boog.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Working hard doesn't have to mean perspiration odor. Give it all you've got. Right Guard Spray can help keep you smelling good for up to 24 hours. That's protection.
You work hard, you need Right Guard.
There's a certain Southwest spirit.
One reason we're successful is that we take the competition seriously, but not ourselves.
There's a certain Southwest style.
I know another thing that probably has something to do with our success, the way we dress.
There's a certain Southwest flair.
But what really makes us successful is that we paint the names of famous people on our airplanes.
We're Southwest Airlines, keeping fares low, spirits high for you.
This is a Curtis Mathis satellite antenna system. It looks like other satellite dishes, and it lets you receive all the great programming like other satellite dishes. But there is a difference. This satellite system is from Curtis Mathis. We'll install it, arrange financing, and we're the only company that backs every part with our exclusive 4-year limited warranty. The Curtis Mathis satellite antenna system. What makes it different is that this piece of the future is from a company you've trusted for years.
We have a lot more basketball coming up from Reunion Arena. Of course, coming up next, it'll be Arkansas and SMU. Final in the first game, however, Texas Tech over A&M. The final was 72-63. Merle Harmon and Gifford Nielsen, a number of keys, obviously free throw shooting. But what about the technical foul called on Bubba Jennings? 46-40 was the score, 13 minutes left. A&M failed to convert anything on that. Was that a turning point, do you think, gentlemen?
Well, Ron, first of all, I think the technical just shocked us on Bubba Jennings.
You wouldn't expect Bubba Jennings or Dennis Nutt to get a technical, and we know both of those players. They're great players. Bubba Jennings coming down the court just talking to the official, and the official whistled him with a technical, and A&M failed to contribute.
But to try to answer that question that Ron posed, if the Aggies had been able to convert, it always seems like if you do convert on a technical and then you get the ball, it seems to put a little extra zip into your ball club, your offense, but the Aggies were not able to take advantage of it.
Well, the Aggies look to me at the very end like a very tired ball club. They have played extremely hard, and they've played long hours, and I'll tell you what, it's very difficult when you can't go to your bench and bring fresh players off the bench. Little things like that is what you look for, little advantages. The Aggies at that time were not able to really make anything out of that.
Offensively, the game kind of turned out to be a battle between the Aggies' front line and the back line of Texas Tech.
Well, Winston Cright was just a force underneath. He's an exciting player. He works body position underneath. He was going straight to the basket. On the other hand, you've got Phil Wallace at the foul line doing such an incredible job from the foul line, and you've got Bubba Jennings hitting those long bombs, and those are always fun to watch.
And so the Red Raiders won at 72-63, their 22nd victory of the year. And Ron, I know there's a lot of excitement down in your end of the floor where there are a lot of Red Raider fans.
I think my ears have been ringing for 2 days straight, but as all of us know, there's a lot more to the Southwest Conference postseason tournament than just the actual games. The excitement and enthusiasm is everywhere outside of the arena and even at the hotels. The most vocal of fans just might be those from Arkansas. They may be more at home at Barnhill, but people around the country are used to seeing red at every Arkansas game. They are comfortable in the most hostile environments, spreading the gospel of pork.
They're a special team. We usually have a good team. We have won a lot of tournaments. We enjoy basketball.
Just something that we look forward to every year. And I don't know, it's just something that's born in us, maybe.
Admittedly, these people love basketball, but it's so much more. They leave their beloved state wearing silly hats and shouting strange slogans. It's no big secret, their love of the pigs, and it takes not a philosopher to understand this complex love affair.
They follow the hogs. I don't care what they're playing. Football, basketball, baseball, track, anything, they go with them. Why? Because we love them. We love the state.
Biggest thing in our state and all, as far as our sports is concerned and all, whether it's basketball or football or the baseball or whatever it is, it's something that we've always supported and always will. No matter who we play or where we play, we'll be there.
If I didn't already live there, I'd move there right away.
Other societies may call it a cult. It's not just the young.
I've been following Razorback football and basketball since 1931. It's the garden spot of the world.
It's not just the adults.
Arkansas.
Why?
Because they're the best.
We haven't done what we should have. We got a young team. We got two seniors. But all in all, we've done pretty good.
It's not just winning.
It's just something that's born in us, I guess.
Oh, just call it hog heaven. enthusiasm of the Arkansas fans is definitely contagious. They have taken over the hotel which the team is staying at, and it is a lot of fun. We are pleased to have with us now Lynn Thornburg, Southwest Sales Representative for Raycom Sports. And Lynn, why don't you tell us a little bit why and how Raycom got involved with the Southwest Conference?
Well, thank you, Ron. Raycom performed an extensive survey of all collegiate conferences. We looked at fan support, team performances, and overall growth potential. Based on that survey, the company felt the Southwest Conference, in terms of both the football and the basketball, had the greatest potential for growth of any conference in America, and this was very exciting for us. We're pleased to be in partnership with the Southwest Conference, and we're just delighted to be able to bring these games to the public down here.
How about goals, the Raycom goals for the Southwest Conference Network?
Well, Raycom's primary goal from the beginning of our relationship with the Southwest Conference was to build the foundation for a successful regional network in the Southwest. Our company wants to be noted for producing quality television for its viewers. We want everyone to recognize that Raycom Sports is a part of the Southwest and is the type company this region wants to present its collegiate television package.
Lynn, how well do you feel the network has done in reaching those goals?
Ron, we're extremely pleased with the results of this first year. Raycom Southwest Conference football was recently named the highest rated syndicated sports program in the nation this year. As a matter of fact, it was the second highest rated syndicated program of any type out of over 430 programs surveyed. That's just phenomenal for a program in its first year. The early information on basketball is very encouraging as well. The preliminary results indicate that the basketball under our new television format is doing substantially better than in previous years, and some games have as much as doubled the package from last year.
Now, you've had tremendous success, as you mentioned, this year. What do you attribute all this to?
Well, of course, Ron, there are a number of factors involved. We believe the primary reason for our success has been the commitment made by Raycom Sports to the Southwest Conference. We've opened both sales and production offices here in Dallas, and we've spent the last 9 months or so working very hard to establish rapport with sponsors and stations, and this has really proven to be the key for us this year.
Let's talk about the future. What do you feel the future is for the Raycom Southwest Conference Network?
Well, we're very optimistic about the upcoming season as well as the future generally of our partnership with the Southwest Conference. Because of the foundation we've been able to build, we feel we'll only become stronger in the future.
Thank you very much, Lynn, for being with us today.
Ron, I'd like to also take this opportunity to thank the people involved who've helped make our first year with the Southwest Conference so successful. Fred Jacoby, the commissioner of the Southwest Conference, and everyone at the conference office who've helped us so much. The athletic directors, coaches, and sports information directors at the member institutions. Our local stations have done an excellent job. The teams, of course, have played some tremendous games, which we're seeing here today. And our sponsors, who by and large are both in the football and the basketball, and of course the fans, whose viewership is vital to our continued success.
It takes a lot of people to have a lot of success.
It certainly does.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Lynn Thornburg of the Raycom Sports Network. And we'll be back with more of halftime activities after these words from Toyota.
There are over 1 million Toyota truck owners out there. Have you ever met an unhappy one?
I haven't. Not me. Never.
Independent research ranks Toyota trucks unsurpassed in mechanical reliability. Better than Nissan, Chevy S10, better than Ford Ranger. No wonder 95% of all the Toyota trucks sold are still running hard. No wonder Toyota is #1.
No wonder to me.
The more you compare, the more you'll see. It's Toyota, not the other guys.
Recently, a lot of men have learned about a different, full-flavored, moist snuff. It's made from dark fire tobacco. Aged and cured correctly, it has a rich, full tobacco flavor. Some thought it might cost more. As a matter of fact, a can of Redwood costs a little less. Redwood, a rich, dark fire tobacco for less.
For Dr. Tom Oakner, whose temper kicked off every time his engine ran on, Gulf prescribes the gas with guts to help stop engine run-on. For David Garcia, whose diesel rabbit couldn't get hopping, the Gulf's green filters his fuel for starts quick as a bunny. For Arthur Harris, whose unleaded gasoline left him cold, there's Gulf's gas with guts with extra octane for quick pickups.
Gulf, everything we do makes driving better for you.
The enemy. Rain. A mere 1/8 inch can float your car off the road. Thus the rationale for Vector, Goodyear's unique all-season radio. So advanced, its crisscross tread actually pumps away water to help more tire and your car stay on the road. The Goodyear Vector. It simply performs like no other tire in the world.
We are here back at Reunion Arena in Dallas awaiting the start of SMU Arkansas. You know, coaching on the collegiate level is somewhat of a serious business, but every now and then you'll run across a head coach who looks at the game and himself from a lighter side. One of those is Jim Killingsworth, who in a funny sort of way is kicking a habit. Smokers and smoking in public places. It's become a war. To smoke or not to smoke? That is the question now. And one that Jim Killingsworth of TCU answered last May. Killer is known to be a little high-strung.
Why don't you call him the both ways on both ends?
He's also known to be a little nervous at his work. But all that's changed now. You see, Killer kicked the habit, surely benefiting his health and all those around him.
I first got here and practice started, and he was smoking last year. The thing that I got a kick out of was when we have a timeout or something, we take we call it a cigarette break, and he don't have an ashtray or nothing to flick the ashes in, so he gets his coat pocket of his sweatsuit and he flicks the ashes in there and keep the ashes in there.
For every cigarette he also has a piece of gum. Yeah. He probably goes through 3 packs of gum instead of 3 packs of cigarette. He's a lot healthier. He's a lot wiser, too.
Well, I've heard Killer say on several occasions, you know, that if he found one of his managers in the heat of a battle, a basketball game, or in a locker room talk, if he asked them for a stick of gum and they didn't have one, he said, well, the easy thing to do would be easier than actually going out and getting gum and just get a new manager.
I love to smell cigarette smoke. I can't smoke them, but I still like to smell it. And that doesn't bother me at all. In fact, every time somebody lights one up, you know, I kind of get a secondhand smoke out of it. Yeah, I've been quit now for about 8 or 9 months, and still, you know, there's still that urge there, and it still smells good.
The doctors are happier, along with all others around Killer. But now he's got another problem. His substitute for tobacco is gum. Dennis gripes aside, it's made for quicker practice sessions.
Halftime speeches are shorter because he don't have to cough in between every other words and stuff, so we kind of get out a little earlier.
I really think it's changed a lot because last year we'd have a speech after practice or speech after the game. It used to take an hour and 15 minutes. And this year it only takes about 20 minutes. But he's giving the same speech, but the only difference is there's about 34 to 55 coughs that aren't in there. So, I mean, the players like it because used to he'd go on one of those coughing spells and we didn't know if he's going to come out of them or not. I undo gum wrappings and chew gum. I keep them like this so that when I wear out an old one, which I just took out of my mouth, by the way, before I started talking to you, and then I get this other one. I've used a lot of these. That's what I do with my hands now.
The trials and tribulations of coaching smokeless. One thing we won't mention is Killer's weight gain. We won't mention it because it's obvious. Jim Killingsworth, one of the funniest men in the Southwest Conference. He even thought that story was funny. That shows you what type of sense of humor he has. But we have SMU Arkansas up now. Let's go to Merle Harmon and Dan Spica. Gentlemen.
Thank you, Ron. I'll be with you just as soon as I find my stick of gum here. Well, we've got a dandy coming up for you now. I'm really looking for fireworks between SMU and Arkansas. Eddie Sutton said after the game against Texas yesterday, if we play that well tomorrow, we can beat any team in the country.
He's absolutely right. We mentioned before, it's worth mentioning again, Arkansas's plays last night was nothing less than sensational, Merle. You know, they've played twice this year. They split, but both games were decided by 3 points. We can expect a tremendous ball game this afternoon. I think the key is going to be, even though most of the fans are going to be glued on our Olympic centers, John Koncrack and Joe Klein, I think the key is going to be the play of the guards. The reason I say that is this. If Arkansas's guards, Freeman and Hutchinson, can continue this afternoon to put the pressure on like they did last night defensively, and if Butch Moore and Kyle Wright can't handle that pressure, school is out for SMU.
If Arkansas clogs the lanes against Koncrack as they did against Brownlee and Wacker against Texas last night, holding them to 22 points, then a lot is going to fall upon the guards of SMU.
Well, I think it's going to have to anyhow. I'm sure they're going to overplay the passing lanes because that's one of the basic tenets of defense, and of course Arkansas knows those tenets about as well as anybody in the country. But you have to consider also that SMU has a better supporting cast for John Koncrack. They can hit from the outside, something that Texas wasn't able to do last evening.
We've got Southern Methodist and Arkansas coming up next, and we'll be back after these words from your local station. This is the Raycom Sports Network.
It's Van Buren Furniture's for inventory sale with a large selection of living room sets at exceptional prices. Look at this two-piece set for only $118.95. Here's another two-piece set for $249.95. This high-quality living room set starts at only $569.95, and this six-piece is only $449.95. With this set, you receive a free lamp in your choice of 3 colors. Van Buren Furniture has other furniture specials like this rattan love seat for only $179.95. You can furnish your apartment or home inexpensively at Van Buren Furniture, 415 Main.
At Goodyear's 70 Goodyear Super Sale and Sweepstakes, you'll get Goodyear's best-selling tires on sale. You get a chance to win this elegant Gazelle motor car. Plus, Goodyear tires on sale. You get savings on automotive service. Plus, Goodyear tires on sale. You get this coupon book with $350 in discounts with any purchase. Plus, Goodyear tires on sale.
More in Vines Goodyear, 14th and Main, Van Buren, and South Zero and Highway 71 South, Fort Smith.
Wow, nice suit here. Chaps by Ralph Lauren. It's a pinstripe for Old Fort Clothiers. The price that you pay at Old Fort Clothiers is not the regular price that you'll find here on the white tag. It's the Old Fort Clothiers price on the yellow tag that you pay, and it's quite a bit lower. Whether you want a pinstripe or maybe a khaki suit like that or a bathing suit like this for spring, whatever. You know, you'll save a lot of money at Old Fort Clothiers, and I say that with earnest.
Old Fort Clothiers in Country Club Village, near Calico County.
On Friday, February 23rd, the skies opened up. The rains came down. Mill Creek rose, and 157 cars and pickups got wet at Putnam Lincoln Mercury. You're looking at what we saw at 3 in the morning. The insurance loss is your gain because Putnam's is having a flood sale. Reconditioned cars, full warranty with financing available. All the damp cars must go. Some got a little, some got a lot. You can save a bundle at Putnam Lincoln Mercury, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith.
The tournament finals tomorrow at 2 here on Channel 40.
When Arkansas and SMU meet, it is a classic showdown, and that is the case today as the stage is set to see who will meet Texas Tech in the Southwest Conference postseason finals.
These are the games of the Southwest Conference. Today, more of the semifinals of the postseason classic. Live from the home of the 1986 Final Four, Reunion Arena in Dallas, Texas. It's Arkansas with inside tower Joe Klein, the leading scorer in the conference. Meeting SMU and his Olympic teammate, All-America shot blocker John Koncak. It's the final showdown between the giants of the Southwest Conference for a spot in the Classic Championship next on Raycom Sports. Today's game is brought to you by the Jefferson Pilot Companies. We help put a brighter face on the future. By Silver Creek Moist Wintergreen Tobacco. It's cut a little rougher. By Gulf Oil, where at Gulf everything we do makes driving better for you. By Curtis Matson, a little more expensive, but worth it. By British Caledonian, known worldwide for the finest in British hospitality and service. By your local Toyota dealer. By Miller Lite, everything you always wanted in a beer and less. And by Good News and Good News Pivot Razors from Gillette, the essence of shaving.
I am the proud regiment of the Queen's Household Cavalry. I am a rowing 8 on the River Thames. I am a Cornish fishing village. I am the first-class way to London, with all the service and comfort you would expect from the airline that never forgets you have a choice. I am the best of Great Britain. I am British Caledonian Airways.
Being a Jefferson Standard agent does have its drawbacks.
George, tell me about Universal Life.
Fortunately, there's nothing we like more than helping you plan for the future.
Would you recommend stocks or mutual funds?
With insurance and a wide range of financial services.
Hey, George, you got a minute to talk about IRAs?
So when you have a question about your future, ask one of our agents about financial services from Jefferson Standard.
Hey, George.
Our business is your future.
I don't compete anymore, but I still pump iron. So after lifting a few 100 pounds, it's nice to lift one of these. Light beer from Miller. Light tastes great, and it's less filling with a third less calories than the regular beer. Now, you know, bodybuilding is hard work, but having a great body has its advantages. Sure makes it easy to pick up guys. Hi, Rodney.
Well, hi there. What's going on here? Hey, honey, how about a lift home, huh?
Like beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer. And less.
Now that I know that the cost of tuition isn't going to sideline my college plans, I can really enjoy my last year of high school.
Introducing the new GI Bill and the new Army College Fund. If you qualify, you can sign up now, join in July, and earn over $25,000 for college while you serve America. Find out more about the new GI Bill and the new Army College Fund from your Army recruit.
We're down to the second semifinal game of this afternoon round. Texas Tech advancing to the championship game by beating Texas A&M this afternoon. And now Texas and Arkansas, or rather Arkansas and SMU, will be meeting for the third time this year as a result of Arkansas's win over Texas last night and SMU's victory over Houston. Now,